backbone of America, the working class, the people who need to stand up to what's going on. So today we're going to talk about how fascism is not some distant foreign idea or something locked away in history books about World War II or Nazi Germany. It's something that has roots, patterns, and signs that show up again and again, including right here at home in the United States. Let's be clear, fascism does not appear overnight. It grows, builds, feeds off fear, division, and power that has been left unchecked. Our country has wrestled with fascism since the beginning. Let's wind back to the American Revolution, 1776. The founding fathers talked about freedom, liberty, representation. They wrote words that inspired people all around the world, right? Well, many of those same men believed they had the right to own other human beings based solely on the color of their skin. Many of those same men believed indigenous Americans were savage. Many of those same men believed women were inferior in all ways. Those contradictions matter. Fascism thrives on contradiction. It says freedom for some, control for others. Law and order, but only when it protects power. Unity, but only if you fall in line. This country was born with both a vision of freedom and a two-party system of control, all existing at the same time. And we've been wrestling with that tension ever since. The Civil War, the genocide the United States committed against indigenous Americans. When we talk about Nazi Germany, we forget that Adolf Hitler and Nazi legal thinkers studied United States segregation and Jim Crow laws because they saw that it worked.
Virginia especially.
Yes. Fascism rises by convincing everyday people that there's an enemy within. The system is broken beyond repair and there are only one or two options. Only strong, unchecked, one-sided power can fix it. And that's when things start sliding sideways. Truth becomes flexible. Facts don't matter. Loyalty does. Institutions weakens. Court systems, journalism, elections, they're all labeled corrupt unless they serve power. Then comes control. Control of speech, bodies, who belongs, who doesn't, and it happens all at once. It happens step by step, but there is this main part that a lot of people miss. There's a two-party system here in the United States that many are only recently discovering is populated with representatives that have been bought and paid for. Black and brown people have known this for a very long time, hundreds of years. Those who have been bought are our councilpersons, mayors, county commissioners, governors, senators, congresspersons, and presidents. They are Republicans and Democrats, men and women. Fascism is quiet, it's deceiving, and it isn't just the widely accepted cartoon version of fascism. Boots on the ground, uniforms, flags. It's not always as loud as that. It's neighbors turning on neighbors, people being told to fear each other instead of questioning the ones in power, leaders on all sides of the conversation, all sides of the government convincing you that your issues are the ones that do not directly affect you. They don't want you questioning the fact that you can't pay your electricity bill this month. You can't buy meat and vegetables, nor do they want you questioning which one of your representatives have been bought and paid for by social media companies, AI companies, aka data centers. How many are in Virginia again? Electrical companies, gas and oil industry, fashion industry, human traffickers, e-files, anyone? The for-profit prison industry, and even by whole other countries. We've seen moments in United States history where control has been justified as safety, where rights were taken in the name of order, where entire groups of people were treated as less than human. From the trafficking and enslavement of Africans and the subsequent segregation of African and Black peoples until 1964, okay? To the genocide of the indigenous of these lands, their relocation to tribal lands, and the removal of children in indigenous homes until 1974, to the incarceration of Japanese Americans in World War II, to the control of women down to their bank accounts until 1974, to the very recent mass incarceration of immigrant men, women, children, and babies. What the fuck are we doing? Pardon my French. These are not separate stories. They aren't. What is happening today is not new. Fascism is a broken record. It repeats over and over and over again. Fascism produces the same questions. Who gets to be free and who gets to be controlled? And every time we are failing to answer those questions equally, so we move closer to something dangerous. Fascism doesn't need to declare itself. It needs enough people to ignore that it's already there. It's here. It needs people to say, that's not my reality, or that could never happen here, or my political party is better than your political party, or worse, that's what that group of people deserve. But here's the blatant truth. Once fascism learns how to control one group, it will control everyone. So where does that leave us? With responsibility and education. Because the opposite of fascism isn't just democracy on paper. It's not using the Constitution. The Constitution is flawed from day one, remember? The men who wrote it were contradicted with their words. The opposite of fascism is people rising who question power, no matter who holds it. Who refuse to trade freedom for comfort or silence for safety. Who challenge a system that's clearly broken. The founding fathers gave us an idea. I'll give them that, right? But they left us with unfinished work. And it's on us to be brutally honest about what the USA has been, what it is currently, so that we may decide together what it becomes. Because freedom isn't something you inherit. It's something you maintain, something you protect, something you fight and potentially give your life for. And the moment you stop paying attention, stop questioning, are blinded by the two-party system, the moment you decide someone else's rights don't matter, that's when it starts slipping away. So no, fascism isn't just history. It's the present. It's a pattern. And patterns don't stop unless people break them. That's our job now. Not as members of a political party, but as the people of these United States of America who see what's happening, who say something and refuse to look away. This isn't about left versus right, blue versus red. It's about us, our rights, our power, and whether we let it all go unchecked and keep repeating history. Fighting fascism starts with tough questions and hard answers, though. Are you ready? My name is Cherokee Allyse Sampson. I am a local